Well, news right now, Grizzlies, Morant dominating the headlines, but not in the best way. The Beale Street Bears posting a loss in Denver last night to the Nuggets. The Grizzlies star point guard later posting a disturbing Instagram Live video that's since been deleted. Now, the team announcing to fans today that Morant will be sidelined for the next 2 games. Avery Braxton has been following the developments all day, and he joins us now with the latest information. And Avery, what's happened in the time that this was posted?
Well, I think this is a combination of 2 problems we've really seen from Morant thus far: weapons and social media. Now, with Morant, after Friday's nightlights loss to the Nuggets, Morant hopped on Instagram Live in the early hours of Saturday morning, and during that live stream, he was seen holding what appears to be a gun for a brief moment of time while rapping along to song lyrics in what looked like a club setting. Now, we don't know if that gun belonged to Morant or if it's somebody else's gun. That doesn't really matter. The Instagram Live was not archived on the social site after Morant was done, so you can't access it anymore, but that didn't really stop people from taking screenshots and posting videos. The Grizzlies announced this morning that Morant will be away from the team for at least the next 2 games. Now, Memphis is in the middle of a road trip and are headed to Los Angeles next to play the Clippers and then the LA Lakers. Now, Morant won't be playing in either one of those games. As far as the NBA is concerned, their statement says they are aware of a social media post involving Morant, and they are investigating. That's according to spokesperson Mike Bass. So Morant's camp has since put out their own statement. He says, I take full responsibility for my actions last night. I'm sorry to my family. I'm sorry to my teammates, coaches, fans, partners, the city of Memphis, and the Grizzlies organization for letting you down. I'm going to take some time away to get help and work on learning better methods of dealing with stress and my overall well-being. Now, Morant deleted his social media accounts today. You can't access his Twitter or Instagram account anymore, so maybe not having that distraction lessens the distractions for Morant and really for the Grizzlies right now as well. We're really going to have to see what the next step is for him and for the team and really the league, Rudy.
Well, Avery, you said it, distractions. That's the key word here. So what kind of discipline could Morant face after this incident?
Well, discipline from the NBA is the most likely. Right now with the team, you can kind of say that 2 games away is probably discipline from them in a way. They'll have to determine if the gun is his, if it even really matters, whether it is or not. Whether it is or not, the NBA is clear in their collective bargaining agreement with players that players cannot have weapons on them while on team business. The Grizzlies are on a road trip right now. They just finished up in Denver. They fly to LA for 2 more games. It's really unclear if there are going to be any legal ramifications as of yet.
Well, that's for most of us. We can't do certain things while we are representing the companies that we're working
Absolutely.
for. That's how that goes. Well, what about the team then in this situation?
Well, with last night's loss to Denver, they're now only ahead 1 game in the West over the Sacramento Kings. So what they're going to have to deal with is missing Morant for those next 2 games with the Clippers and with LA. And honestly, they haven't been good on the road anyway. They're 12-19 on the road, and things really get worse beyond Morant, Rudy. So on top of what happened with Morant, Brandon Clark, one of their forwards, will be out indefinitely. He tore his Achilles in last night's loss to the Nuggets, and after a free throw, he runs back, immediately hits the floor, holding his leg. He'd have to be helped off the floor and into the locker room, and the injury is likely going to put him out for the season, a torn Achilles like you see there. And of course, when it rains, it pours. After his 16th regular season technical foul last night, Dillon Brooks is suspended for tomorrow's game against the Clippers, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because every 2 technical fouls he gets from here moving forward will result in another 1-game suspension, and that really is going to loom large with the playoffs coming here in a little bit, Rudy.